Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. Zooming in on the narcissist personality trait of lack of empathy. Essentially, it is having an inability or an unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others. So, when this is done on a continual, chronic, day to day basis, in essence, the person is being depersonalized. Depersonalized is the sensation or experience that one is not present, one is feeling invisible, one is kind of out of touch with their feelings, one is out of touch with their senses, and one is out of touch with their identity. Because you can imagine that, if someone is not acknowledging your needs, not acknowledging or mirroring your personality, or just validating you in all the ways that a parent, a spouse, a coworker should, it's going to create a very negative impact or a void really within. Because if your needs are ignored, if someone is in your, especially within your family, who you're with on a very close, intimate, and daily basis, and your needs are constantly berated, your needs are constantly subjugated to unimportant, meaningless, not worthy, and not worthy of time, discussing, acknowledging, that person begins to develop a deep core of low self-esteem, which means they don't feel positive about themselves, which is like, in a sense, an inferiority. And it's not based on any one event, it's based on their actual personhood, their own personality. And so this becomes an identity, not just like a mood that lasts a couple of days. It becomes something that they carry with them throughout all of their activities, their relationships, their employment. It can cause, the low self-esteem can cause relationship issues, difficulty maintaining especially healthy relationships, because this person, generally, especially if this was created early in life, where your needs were not acknowledged, your needs were not validated, and your needs were not worked through on a healthy basis, and boundaries established where your feelings were managed in a healthy manner, and there was an adult who helped create a structure to help you with that, rather than them running out of control and running out of muck, which is what we need our caregivers for. It keeps you in line and understanding and giving you the tools. If that was not provided, then either there's a sort of running out of control, or in essence, in relationships, there's a feeling of low self-esteem, if that had been created within you early in life. So the narcissist, by virtue of their pathology, they lack the ability to really acknowledge and validate your needs, even the most basic needs, such as eye contact, such as a pat on the back, such as realizing that you might need a turn in conversation, giving you an opportunity to discuss, things with other people. So they'll monopolize the conversation, walk all over you, give you faces, make grimaces at you, be condescending, basically try to put you out, be very hostile. So, and this is a way to denigrate you and degrade you, belittle, it's because your needs are your very human, your humanality, it's what makes you you. And so depersonalization, what occurs if you're around a narcissist for a continual, chronic basis, consistent basis, this experience becomes repeated again and again in the mind. as Dr. Joe Dispenza describes quite clearly in his books, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself and the Placebo Effect, is that this continual playing around of unacknowledgement of your needs, not having healthy mirroring, it tends to perpetuate a groove and a set of feelings and emotions, which, then become a mood, which then become an identity, which if it's reinforced again and again, it tends to create the same mood. So in essence, you're stuck in the past because all those original memories or that lack of attention to your needs, whenever that originated, if it's been some time, especially if it's in the past from a parent figure, it tends to be perpetuated until you are able to identify and change it, which I discuss a lot of the tools on how to actually do that successfully here on this channel. But the same thing can occur if you have a narcissistic sibling or spouse where your needs have been so ignored, so denied, and you've been so depersonalized that becomes, a pervasive mood and then a personality and identity where you actually feel like you don't matter or you're not able to speak up. So it's very important to understand that the origin of that experience in you had arisen and especially basically been projected onto you by a pathology within this person, which is the narcissistic personality disorder, and their inability to possess empathy and recognize and acknowledge your needs, your wishes, your desires, and your interests. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.